all right. I think we are good to go. Hopefully you guys can hear me on YouTube. If you can't, feel free to interrupt me, but things are looking great. So, yeah, welcome everybody. This is EMP.Money. This is our daily AMA and detonator rollover slash lottery drawing of today's winner. So, welcome. I see a lot of new faces every day, it seems like. I was busy working on a lot of behind the scenes stuff yesterday, so my apologies for not doing the AMA. And Tuesdays, eventually, Crypto Mike, one of our other team members, he'll be doing the Tuesday live streams a little more production quality. But today it's me. So again, a lot of new faces. So if you're new, welcome. We do these daily AMAs, whether it's me or another team member or someone from the community. One of our EMP Army generals, trusted members of the community, put on these AMAs every day, and we feel that transparency and availability of the team members and devs is what sets us apart. So again, this is EMP.Money. We are an algorithmic project that's pegged to the price of Ethereum, and we're a seigniorage project, and what that means is basically a fancy word for controlled inflation. So just like other major economic systems, whether it's the Federal Reserve or ancient Roman times or the Egyptians, I mean, we applied that to the blockchain. So instead of being able to print money out of thin air, we do it in a much more controlled version that relies on our eShare token. So eShares are the token that allow you to mint more EMP, and between eShare and EMP, our community actually owns the platform rather than a central agency that just can print money whenever they feel like it. So that's kind of some underlying economics of what we have going on. And then on top of that, we have our detonator contract. And the detonator contract is really what makes us special. So let me go ahead and pull that up for those of you that are on YouTube, and we'll jump right in. Give me 1 second. All right. So here is Detonator. This is our daily ROI contract, and what that means is it's a smart chain, a smart contract on the blockchain that basically you put in your LP tokens, and LP is a combination of both EMP and Ethereum. And what this does is it locks up a lot of liquidity for the project. Right now, there's 2.7 million dollar equivalent, just over 28,000 LP tokens in the contract, and this is very attractive because it helps the protocol lock up liquidity, but as a reward, we offer 365% back on your investment over time. So it's very unique. It's about 10 other ROI contracts that we've combined into one and built from the ground up, and we're really impressed with the sustainability so far. Again, we're hitting all-time new highs in the balance literally almost every day. So that's a great sign. And one thing that's really unique as well is the largest depositor prize as well as the lottery prize. So every day we give away 2% of the overall pool. 1% goes to the largest depositor of the day. We updated the UI a little bit. You can see it now with its own separate tab on the bottom left there. That the top depositor of the day currently is 49 LP. We'll see if that holds up, but it's been about 200 or 300 a day. We've had some massive snipes the last few days, so we call those snipes. And in the last few seconds of the contract, you'll see a lot of large deposits, and whoever is the largest depositor of the day will get the largest deposit bonus. So right now that's 280 LP, about $27,783. So on top of that, anybody that gets a lottery ticket, so we also have a lottery. It's a zero loss lottery. which means, again, even if you don't win, you still get credit for your deposits. So it's a bonus on top. But depending on how much you deposit or compound, you get credit for tickets, and those tickets entitle you to win the lottery, which again is that same amount. It's double. We don't split the amount, so it's 280 LP at $27,000. So yeah, that's an overview of Detonator. For those of you that are new, I'll do a 5-minute warning and a 10-second countdown, and then we'll go over a lot of updates. We actually did an update to Detonator that I will go over, but it incentivizes you to compound even more. So make sure you're compounding in the last few minutes here, and we'll see that pool balance continue to rise. So, all right, everybody. Anybody have any questions or comments really fast before we get to the rollover, and then we'll open it up afterwards.
Hey AJ, it's Josh.
Josh, how are you, brother?
Hey, man. I just had a question. I know the change you said it took effect earlier today for the compound change. Is that, it doesn't look like it's showing like on the compound button itself, like the UI. Is that just changed yet, or?
Yeah. So yeah, Jake, our developer, he pushed it live earlier this morning, but we still have some UI updates that we're working on. So you'll see in the UI that it'll get rid of the tax completely on compound, and we're gonna update the banner ad as well for our new NFT partner. I'll announce that after the rollover as well. But yeah, brother, it's just a UI issue.
Thanks. I just wanted to clarify for anybody in case it was noted or came up in chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So right here, when you see the rollover, it says 15% savings. We're just gonna change it to either 20% savings or zero tax completely, because the claim is taxed at 20%, and the compound before yesterday was taxed at 15%. But now there's no tax on compounding. So again, this is similar to the multiplier. For those of you that have been around, we're also able to implement a multiplier. But again, we still feel it's a little bit early to do that, and we felt that getting rid of the compound tax completely will help all of you maintain your burst amount a little bit better, and again, reward all of you for compounding. So I'll get into that a little bit deeper afterwards, but yeah, on the surface, again, that's what we did. So,
AJ?
hey, Charlie, what's up, my friend? How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good, brother. Long time no talk. How you been?
Yeah, I've been busy with work at the time of the rollover, so I don't talk much, but I listen. Just because you just said it was a 15% tax on compound, but it was only a 5% tax. It was a 15% saving from the claim.
Yes,
right?
brother. I'm sorry, I did misspoke.
You just
Yeah, thank you for
yeah,
clarifying,
it's for
Charlie.
other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
no
guys.
problem.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. I said a 15% tax. The only tax now is on the claim, which is 20%. And again, compound was only a 5% tax, but we got rid of it completely. So now there's zero tax, and that will also factor into the ticket price. So for compounding, you're actually able to get lottery tickets at even a little bit more of a discount. So we're working on an updated spreadsheet that shows that, but again, this is just another step in incentivizing compounding to again help maintain your burst amount as the contract grows. So and again, this is just one minor adjustment that was a no-brainer for us, and we are working on other adjustments as well, just to continue to make Detonator the best contract ROI contract that's ever lived. So, yeah, Charlie, and I've seen you around, brother. I know you're in the chat, so I know you haven't been away. It's good to hear from you on voice. All right, guys, we're getting close. 3-minute countdown. I'll do a 1-minute warning, and then we'll do a 10-second countdown. Contract's looking really healthy. Again, about 150 LP has entered just from compounding and last-minute deposits just while I've been on, and 1,264 participants in Detonator, so we are still super early. That number can easily get to 10,000, if not 100,000. So again, we're early. The contract's looking incredibly strong. We've been above PEG for about 10 days straight. The entire ecosystem is just functioning flawlessly, and that's all while the market and Ethereum is continuing to have some rough times. So again, that's a testament not only to what we have built, but a testament to our community as well. And again, a seigniorage project, which is what we are, is one of the very few projects in crypto where literally everybody can win and profit as long as we are working together, because we're not reliant on somebody buying the token from you at a higher price. You make your money through eShare and farming emissions of EMP rather than EMP itself. So it's very, very powerful. So alright, we have about 1 minute left. Let's get ready. Let's see if we have any last minute snipers. Alright, good luck everyone.
Heart beating.
I know, right? It's quiet. Everybody's ready. Good luck everyone. If you're a lottery winner, please join us afterwards. Wow, 49 ticket? Let's see. $40 seconds. $30 seconds. $20 seconds. Oh man, let's see. Last minute snipers. Here we go, everybody. Get ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is 49 gonna take it? Man, that might have been the best snipe yet.
306.
Oh, right. 306 last minute. Oh, 309.
309.
Oh my god. Holy cow. A 306 and a 309. That is epic.
Oh, that sucks, though.
Oh my god. 306 is gonna be pissed. Alright, let's refresh. Man, that is a lot of LP entering the balance. Holy cow. Alright, let's refresh. Wow, oh my god, almost 1,000 LP entered the contract last minute. Man, that is insane. Well, congrats to the winner, and sorry to the 306 guy. That's a bad day for them. Holy cow. So, alright guys, well, we're almost at 29,000 LP. About 100 grand entered the contract in the last few minutes there. Just absolutely epic. So, alright, let me go ahead and get my desktop back up, and we'll go over some questions and some updates. But wow, some fireworks today.
Hey, AJ, just to point it out, whoever the lottery winner is, I've seen that before for either the lottery or the largest deposit. So looks like they got it again.
All right, let's see. I'll check it out too. All right, let me pull up my spreadsheet.
Is that JC again? Is that JC again who won the fucking lottery?
I don't know. I see BBC. It might be. Let's see.
It's a third winner. It's a third time. Third time.
No, that's not me. I'm F6.
No,
F6.
that's
Yeah,
whoever
it's
it
not.
is whoever it
No,
is number 10 in the
yeah, it's not
rankings.
Jesse. All right, we'll look into it. All right,
I
let's.
wish.
But this address won 2 times already. 22 March and 8 April. That's insane.
Incredible. You can't like do anything. I mean, it's just luck, and you get enough tickets.
Yep.
Oh man, 3 times. Oh shit.
That's crazy. Yeah, we'll look into it. I'll confirm for sure. And we're looking on a we're working on a tutorial on how everybody can look into it on their own as well. Crypto Mike will be posting that. So, all right, let me go over a few things and then we'll open it up to some questions and go from there. So, all right, let's see. So again, we mentioned it a little bit earlier. We've updated the compounding tax, so now it's 0%. So there is no tax at all on compounding, and that will help again with those of you that again are seeing a little bit of burst decline. Just realize, I mean, the burst decline, it's still very healthy. Even though again it's frustrating, I understand. But when over $100,000 a day is coming into the contract, it's only natural that the burst, your daily burst is going to go down. So the only way to combat that is to continue compounding as well as adding new capital. But as soon as we level out, and there's going to be days that, you know, the contract balance declines, then your burst will go up exponentially. So again, it's just a matter of playing the game, and I don't want it to be discouraging to anyone. Again, the idea is that you're compounding at least 5 or 6 days a week and claiming two times or 1 time a week to where this can really be, you know, a paycheck for you or a passive income play for as long as the contract remains. So, and again, with that, those that are compounding get a little bit better deal on tickets. So, you know, those of you that have maybe won multiple lotteries, it's going to get harder and harder for you because there's more tickets in circulation. So this will help combat that as well. And we're always going to make tweaks, you know, to make Detonator the best it can be, but it will never affect your overall payouts or anything that we've already gone over. So, all right, that's a little bit more on that. Anybody have questions in regards to that before I move on?
I have a question, AJ. It's not in regards to that, so I can wait.
All right, yeah, that's all right. Go ahead, Kurt. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Since we just finished a rollover lottery, maybe this question has been asked before, but I wasn't on to hear it. Can you explain how the random generator is working to pick the random winner? So in other words, whether you have 1 ticket or let's just say you have 50, how functionally is it done?
Yeah, so again, the contract is closed source because we're not using an oracle, but all that does is, again, I mean, could it be exploited? Yes, but you would need like a quantum computer to be able to run the numbers. So again, Jake is the best person to answer that. I don't know if he's on today. He may be on later, and we can bring it up again. But from my understanding, and again, I'll follow up with everybody on this and post it in the chat as well. But it's based on the actual number of the future block hash. So we have an algorithm that, again, is dependent on how many tickets are in the pool, again, how many people have bought tickets, and then you can't determine what the hash is going to be before it happens. So once that happens at the end of the rollover, whatever that block hash, let's say the last 2 numbers that have printed on the block hash, I think it's a number in the middle somewhere, but just for simplicity's sake, say the last 2 numbers on the block hash are calculated, and then it determines based on who's in the pool of those tickets what number in that hash it is, and again, it's divided out by how many members there are. So again, you know, 2 numbers would equal a total of 20, but you know, the numbers are divided based on how many people there are, and then it's assigned again a percentage based on how many tickets you have accumulated for the day. So again, I know it sounds a little complicated, but it is complicated. I mean, that's why the contract is so valuable. But we've done multiple testing on, you know, whether it can be gamed. And again, even in the contract is closed source, so there's no way for people to know how to even game it if they could. And even if they could, they'd have to have a quantum computer again to run every single possibility of the block hash within, you know, a minute or a second rather, because it's based on, well, I guess 3 seconds, because BSC has 3-second block times. So again, I know
And,
there's no
AJ,
yeah, go ahead, Machu. Yep.
I was going to add to that as well. It's if you look at the actual the probability of winning, it's probably one of the best lottery chances that we can see in crypto. So if let's say, I think there's around about 3,000 tickets that are that go into the lottery each day. Now,
Yep.
if someone's compounding 50 tickets, they have a 1 in 60 chance of winning. And so it's real. You're going to see, you know, people win twice, people win 3 times. You're going to see that happen. And even if you're only compounding 10 tickets, you get a 1 in 300 chance of winning. So, you know, it does. The more you compound and the more tickets you can compound, it does grow your chances exponentially to be able to win that lotto.
Absolutely, Machu, and that's why we've been preaching from the very beginning. And you know, this contract is only, you know, a little over a month old, so you want to really put in the effort to win the lottery early, because as we grow, the lottery gets more and more diluted. So in the beginning, again, proverbially, it's proverbially fair, but the actual law of averages again is going to be a lot more enticing in the beginning. Because there is only about 3,000 tickets. So, and again, you know, people say, well, it's a whales game. Well, again, I mean, life is about risk and reward. So those of you that are, you know, depositing large amounts, I mean, they need to be, you know, have have an advantage, or again, I don't think it's an advantage, but
advantage.
right, exactly, to the size of their stack. So, and again, we're working on some other tweaks. Coming.
I was going to say,
yep. Go ahead,
let's
Machu.
not forget, you can always, if you're not compound, let's say if you're only compounding, I don't know, a few tickets, you can on some days top those tickets up with fresh capital. So, you know, you can pick a day where you want to maybe put your rather than putting fresh capital in maybe once a day, you pick a day we can put some fresh capital in once every 10 days, and you just get more tickets that day. So there is a way you can add to your tickets if you're not compounding enough in your own mind. You know what I mean?
For sure. And again, I mean, all of us, everybody in a contract, no matter what the size of your stack, we want the whales. We're all benefiting from the whales. There's almost 100 grand going in the contract every day, and all that does is guarantee or help guarantee that there's funds in the contract to realize your gain. So again, there's an argument to every side of it. I get it, and we are working on some small tweaks to reward the smaller fish. That again would just based on their compounding, maybe we reward you know, 1 or 2 extra tickets for good behavior. So again, it helps to make it as fair as possible. But again, I mean, life is about risk and reward. So you know, the whales are going to have more tickets. It's just the way it is. And we have a cap on the tickets anyway. No one account can have more than 100 tickets, and that's 50 from compounding and 50 from new deposits. So there are plenty of safety measures, so to speak, to keep things fair. But at the end of the day, you know, the volume is what matters. So and we're seeing it play out. I mean, Jesus, almost 1,000 LP a day. It's just insane. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah, did that help, Kurt? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to be clear that my question was in no way questioning the fairness of
for sure.
For sure. I just wanted to be clear, because I know you're talking to a lot of people, not just me, but I wanted to be clear that I think every aspect of this project is amazing, and I'm nothing but a 100% cheerleader. So I just wanted to make sure that I was clear on. I was more curious than anything, than making a point about how it works.
Absolutely.
But it is important to note too, though, that I think probabilities is a better way for people to look at, in my opinion, look at this, because you can say, yeah, your odds are 1 in 40 or 1 in 50 or 1 in 60, but your probability of winning with 50 tickets right now is about 2% probability to win. And that's a little bit more of a, I think if you go to a probability calculator and run the numbers every day, which I do, you can get a better sense of it, and
For
get
sure.
a better sense of, it's a great opportunity, but I think sometimes doing it based on odds can be a little bit misleading, but that's just me. But anyway, I just wanted to be clear that I was in no way being critical. Quite the opposite.
Yeah, no, absolutely, brother. And those are the kind of questions I want to have in the AMAs. And again, if Jake was on here, he'd be able to explain it, no problem. Again, I'm more, I mean, I can read code and I can, come up with the game theory, and I can do front end development, but he's the brains, man. He literally coded Detonator from the ground up, line by line. So yeah, he would be more than happy to explain. And again, I can get him to do a write up if he's not on here already. And again, we do not use the Oracle. I know a lot of other contracts or communities can see that as FUD. That we're more exploitable, but it really doesn't work like that. I mean, all an Oracle does is pull chain data, and it's really the only way to have true randomness. But again, unless you have a quantum computer or know the actual code, and because we're closed source, even if you knew the code, you'd have to predict the next block hash. So again, that's really what it focuses on, and again, he can explain more of that, but I just want to make it clear. So, and again, I mean, as we grow, he can maybe even add an Oracle feature, to where, again, there would be no way at all possible. But again, I mean, we're still pretty a young project. I mean, an Oracle license, is upwards of $100,000. So we'll get there eventually, and he's figured out a way to do it that is still proverbially fair as well. So
Cool. I mean, and again, I wasn't suggesting that it was anything but fair.
100%.
But also for everybody that might be here that's fairly new, I want to add on to this that, speaking of fairness in the entire platform, there is no platform that I have ever seen, heard about, or talked about that has this level of access to the devs, this level of education, this level of understanding. If you're here, like I got here by chance, you've gotten yourself into the best project, and AJ, you continue to blow me away with the amount of love and effort that you give this community, and thanks.
Thanks, Kurt. Right on, brother. No, that means a lot, my friend. I know you've been a long-time supporter from day one, and honestly, it's the community that keeps me going. I mean, we literally have one of not only the smartest, communities that I've ever been involved in, but all of you really care. And again, I think that shows in our price and our peg. We're educating everybody, and again, I mean, I know all of you that have been here for a while, we already are winning. So, there's no reason that we can't continue that as we move forward. And yeah, I mean, I've been in DeFi and in crypto a long time, and I wanted to start a project that I could really get behind, and was a legit endeavor, and we're doing it. So, and that plays into a little bit of my next point. And again, what Kurt kind of brought up, I mean, there's a lot of projects that are being exploited, and, rug pools. I mean, DeFi is the wild, wild west, and you got to really be careful and trust in teams. And I think that we've, again, gone above and beyond to be transparent and to give everyone as much confidence as they can. But at the end of the day, this is, it is crypto. So, I feel bad for those of you that may have been affected by some recent projects. But just understand, and that's why we had the Select 6. the founding members, you know, we're not here dumping on our community. You know, we're not dumping EMP. We have not, and we won't until, you know, that TVL can sustain, you know, those kind of profit taking. Even when we do take profits, you know, we're talking a 0.5% of the overall, you know, liquidity pool. So again, we're doing things different. I know it sounds crazy, because again, a lot of people are motivated by money and greed, but we're a different breed here, and you know, if all of us as a community can succeed, then that's the true payoff for me and the rest of the team. So yeah, Kurt, I really appreciate that, brother. So, and we have again, Drake has looked at the code over and over again. The way the seigniorage protocols work, they are very safe. I mean, there really is no exploit or attack vector. You know, we had a tax system in Tomb, and we got rid of that on purpose because that was how Tomb was exploited in the beginning. And really, there really isn't a way that we can see, and that a lot of other projects with even smarter, smart developers as well, you know, the seigniorage protocols are very, very safe. What happens is, and what we can be susceptible to, is a run on the bank. And what that means is if a large EMP whale were to dump EMP, and then everybody panics, and it's a cascade effect of dumping. But we have a treasury, we have an educated community that, again, if anything like that happened, we would be able to step in and stabilize the price before we got too unpegged. And again, as our liquidity rose, that's less and less of a problem. So we're already at almost 8 million in total liquidity, and that's with Ethereum being down as well. So, and half of our TGL is actual Ethereum, so we're not collateralized. We're not, you know, making up our own token with perceived value. Half the contract is real ETH. So that's another reason we're super, super strong. So, all right, any other questions?
Hey, AJ, could I give a Christmas story analogy?
For sure, brother. Go ahead, Bull.
Okay, it ties into what Kirk was just talking about and what you were just talking about. Imagine you have a rich kid and a poor kid on Christmas. One receives an Xbox, a PlayStation, a GoPro, a hoverboard, a bike, a scooter, all kinds of stuff, right? While the poor kid receives a skateboard. At the, you know, over the course of time, by summertime, the poor kid has become an expert on the skateboard. Why? Because he's taken the time to learn how to do the tricks, how to, you know, feel the turns, feel the board under his feet, knowing what he has to do. So he's educated himself. He's talked to other skateboarders. He's watched videos. Whilst the rich kid has potentially, you know, lost interest in the 10 presents he got. He'd never invested the time because everything was just easy. Everything was just given to them. So the point here is that it doesn't matter the size of your stack. It's how you wield it and how you educate yourself and the people that you're going to surround yourself with that help you learn how to utilize that in the best possible way. And as you pointed out, with the community here, it's an excellent resource. The Academy is a great resource. The AMAs are a great resource. So this project is everything that you can take advantage of if you take that opportunity. So be like the poor kid with that skateboard and do your best to not look at what that rich kid has. He's got, you know, 10 different toys and all the gadgets, but you have the one thing, you know, that you're really going to treasure and prize and learn how to use.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, no, sorry, I was muted, Bull. So yeah, bro, absolutely. I think that's a great analogy, and again, it puts things into perspective, you know, as well. So absolutely, again, Bull always spitting the amazing knowledge and hilarious analogies. I love the way your mind works, Bull. You're an asset, bro. All right, so let me go over a few more questions. Or I'm sorry, notes.
My wife says that also, but just the front part of it.
Yeah, an ass, right? Not an asset. Yeah. Oh, that's funny, bro. Yeah. Alright, so let me give a few more updates and then we'll jump right into more questions. So, as some of you have seen, we did have a new partnership with 𝘪𝘯𝘪𝘴 Node. So they are a new project on Avalanche. So again, it's a cross-chain partnership, which is good for us because again, we maybe get some eyeballs from the AVAX community. And we posted today, they're running a giveaway, as well as some whitelist spots to their next mint. They've already minted their first round, and they're going to have another round of minting, and then even another round after that. So round 2 and 3, our community is eligible for, and once those rounds are minted, they're going to do just like what 𝘠𝘩𝘠𝘮𝘀 did, and part of their treasury will be going into EMP. So again, we're hoping for around $100,000, which would be massive, as long as they can get to a full mint. And yeah, it's just really great for us. It's really no risk to our community, and only upside. And they're really, really good dudes. James Pelton is an advisor for them. That's how we were able to develop a relationship, and we've been working together behind the scenes. Again, don't liquidate your EMP positions, but if you're looking for another opportunity, this would be a great way to get involved, while also supporting the EMP ecosystem. And again, they offer dividends to their NFT holders. So go check them out on Discord. They're very active over on Discord, and we are active on Discord as well. So we're trying to give more love to Discord. So yeah, join us over there, and we'd be happy to have you. So all right, that's our Taco Node update. Our other compounders are looking really good. Beefy has increased by about another 100 grand. We're at about 400 or about 800,000 total liquidity over on Beefy. We really need to get that over 1 million. So again, those of you that maybe have some other compounders on YieldWolf, maybe take a little bit out of that and put it into Beefy. Again, I always recommend 10% of your overall stack in the auto compounder because it really is very healthy for the protocol. It's a constant buy pressure on EMP. So, Bull, I don't know if Bull or Couch is here. You guys want to go over what auto compounders and why they're important?
Sure, bro.
All right, go ahead.
So, an auto compounder is basically your worker for you. And I think Joe has a really good a little tidbit with it. Like, some people complain about the price of like the withdrawal, the 1%, but imagine you could hire a worker that's just compounding for you 24 hours a day, doing all the work, and all you have to do is pay a small little amount. So the good thing about Beefy is it's secure, never been hacked. It's got a lot of eyeballs on it. So as AJ mentioned, the higher that TVL gets for EMP, the more people are going to look in the direction of EMP. So if you're not the type that wants to click that compound button or farm or do any of that stuff, you can stick it in Beefy. You got to make your own choices. Beefy or YieldWolf, they're doing the job for you, compounding your deposit for you. And some people are treating it sort of like they'll put 10%, 25% of their LP over there, and then kind of maybe using that later on for a travel account. And Crypto Mike, and I think his mom too, I'm not sure. There's some other, Couch has a friend who, kind of forgot about wallets. They've put in auto compounders, come back, and it's compounding has just done its job, let's say, and it's turned into quite a bit of money. And so there's a lot of different plays with it and opportunities, but ultimately the simple way to look at it is it's just a little digital worker for you, doing a job for you, earning you money. Hopefully that helps.
Absolutely. Awesome, brother. Yeah. And again, what it does is it takes your eShare emissions and sells it automatically for more LP. And again, what that does is create constant buy pressure on EMP. So that's why it's really healthy for the protocol. And like Bull said, I mean, you never forget about your investments, but if you just put a portion into Beefy and come back and see it in 6 months, you're going to be blown away with what it has accumulated because of compound interest. So yeah, and you're saving on the gas fees of compounding manually. So again, we've been over peg, and we'll continue to be over peg. Cross your fingers. So e-shares in the boardroom, are also very, very valuable. But the other compounders are also, again, it's about being involved in everything. You want to be involved in the entire ecosystem. Just don't go all in on one little portion. And again, not financial advice. Just again explaining how the ecosystem works. So, and I really think again, as we continue to print, e-shares are going to be even more and more valuable. We've seen a very steady uptrend, and we never, we also never suggest buying e-shares directly. But again, you may want to think about holding off on taking profits on e-share because we really are doing an incredible job maintaining the ecosystem, and e-share could get very expensive very fast. So again, that's my little e-share shill. Just be responsible, and again, not financial advice. All right, so
just remember what Grandma says: don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread them around.
100%. And it protects you from risk that way. If the boardroom stops printing for whatever reason, now you have, 4 other ways to earn that isn't reliant on, either the boardroom or, the market going up and down if the market just stays sideways. So, yeah, the idea is you're going to have, again, Bull says it perfect, not all your eggs in one basket. Have an egg in every portion of EMP as a whole. So, all right, that was really my update. I can take some questions. I also saw over on YouTube, so let me go over those first. I have 2. It says gas is relatively expensive for small depositors. So, yeah, I mean, if you're depositing in the last, 2 minutes of the contract, we have adjusted the gas limit to be higher because a lot of people were complaining of failed transactions. Again, if you're having an issue, we always suggest adjusting it manually. But if you're looking at just a deposit into Detonator, don't do it at the very end. Again, if you're a whale and you're going for the largest depositor, then gas doesn't matter. You could have an insane gas limit because you want to get the snipe. But yeah, if you're just looking to get in, you have a small, relatively small bag, deposit on off-peak hours. So during the day sometime, with plenty of time before the rollover, and the gas should be minimal. I mean, Bull, you've done a lot of gas calculations. I mean, you can get away with like a 3 cent gas fee, right? I mean, it's pretty minimal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it was Brian who had a sheet that showed the average gas price. But if I'll just tell you, like, on my YouTube channel, I have a small amount in the Detonator, like, I don't know, $200 or $300, and I always do it like 40 minutes before the rollover, and it's minimal. It's like 10 cents or something like that.
For sure. So yeah, so yep, that's a strategy for you if gas is a problem for you. All right, it says, hi all, well done today. Thank you, my friend. I'd like to ask about fairness in regards to Detonator deposits, if there's any bots using to snipe or people hoping for a fair chance at winning the lottery. So that's kind of 2 questions in one. Bots have nothing to do with the lottery. There'd be no way to again exploit the tickets are based on deposits and compounding. We have heard some chatter about bots being used to snipe the largest deposit, but we had one of our really next level on-chain analysis community member that's been around for a long time. I don't want to dox who it is, but I had him do a deep dive on-chain analysis last night, and we really don't see anything suspicious. I think what it is just whales. I mean, you're able to see what LP is free or liquid on chain. Again, we can post that in our tutorial for everybody to see. I just think it's people that are going hard. I mean, in the beginning, there's going to be a lot of severe sniping, especially now that the word is starting to get out, because the whales know how powerful Detonator is. And again, this goes back to my original talk in the beginning of this. Whales are good for the ecosystem. Again, it builds the treasure, it builds the locked liquidity, and that's really, at the end of the day, that's why Detonator is so powerful on top of the seigniorage protocol, because that liquidity is locked, and the higher liquidity we have, the easier we are to maintain above peg. So, again, that's just more info on how the economics work, but we don't see anything suspicious. And even if somebody did write a bot to be able to snipe, they have to buy the LP to begin with. So they're buying EMP off the market to be able to do that. So there really is no way to exploit, the largest depositor. You just have to go really hard if you want to win. I mean, today's a perfect example. If you're not going with, 400 LP, then you run the risk. So, all right, awesome. Hope that helps. All right, anybody on live chat have a question before I go over to Telegram and Discord? Nobody? I don't know. Bull, if you can, did I miss any questions in Telegram if you scroll back?
Oh, sorry, AJ. I was feeding my kitty. I didn't look.
That's all right, man. No, I don't know. Or anybody else that's on. I don't think I missed anything, but I don't see a lot of questions.
I just wanted to echo back from earlier when Kirk was saying that too. Like, I was the first one to point out the lottery ticket winner being like a wallet address I'd seen a few times. Definitely was not complaining, and if anything, all it does when I see that is just gets me more excited and eager to try to get my funds together so I can try and go for a big deposit.
Absolutely, brother. Sorry, I thought it was. Oh, am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. Sorry. Jeez, man. Technical difficulties always. So yeah, absolutely, Josh. I mean, and that's the beauty of it. Start accumulating some LPs in the background. Have them in the farm, earning e-shares for you, and then when you have enough that you really can go heavy. And again, to quote 𝘠𝘩𝘪𝘴𝘦𝘭, one of my favorite YouTubers, he says, "Bring the sledgehammer." So yeah, I mean, when you're going for the largest deposit, you have to bring the sledgehammer, because as we can see, it's getting insane how these whales are coming out of the woodwork. So and again, that's also to say, there could be some other game theory where, maybe one day everybody thinks that there's going to be some larger snipes, and you can get away with, a 40 or 50 LP, and really make an incredible windfall. So the game theory is just really unique to what we're doing, and again, there may be some tweaks down the road, but for now, get in while you can and enjoy the ride. So, absolutely.
Well, and the community has shared a number of strategies so that, that revolve around e-shares and nodes or EMP that you buy or EMP that you produce in the boardroom, so that you can pair up, so that you can put one ticket in, because that's really the goal, right? Is to get that opportunity at that ticket. It's not, let's be honest. Nobody's going to get rich off of $10 over the course of a long time, even with compound interest. But you have the opportunity at that lottery.
For sure. For sure, and you've been a big proponent of that, Bull, and it's true. I mean, again, it goes back to our earlier conversation. There's no better odds of winning the lottery than right now. So the farther we go in, the more diluted the chances are. So yeah, if you can, again, compound into more tickets, that's really what you want to be doing in the beginning. So absolutely. All right, let's see what else. So yeah, Devin had a suggestion on some UI updates. So yeah, guys, we are actually rolling out an entire new UI, and that will have a lot of stuff. So that's why, again, we're a little slow, admittedly, on UI updates. Jake is a one-man band right now, and I help him where I can, but he is again building a new contract in the background to help our treasury. So the UI updates are a little bit lower on the totem pole of priorities, but we've hired a new UI designer that's also an EMP, an emperor, so a longtime community member. He's freaking amazing. I wish I could show you guys what he's done. It's going to blow your mind. So we have a full, absolute full floor-to-ceiling redesign of the UI and the website. And we had a front-end developer. He had to step away for personal reasons, and now we found another UI or another front-end developer that specializes in React, which is even better because we think he can get it done faster than the other one. So we're in the process of bringing that developer on board, and again, we're growing our team every single day. We have another great graphic designer that's helping us with some ads. Some of you maybe have seen him around. So yeah, we're expanding. And again, if any of you feel like you have something you can offer, we'd love to hire from within and make it part of the community. But yeah, we're always looking to grow our team and with people that have a vested interest in EMP succeeding. So again, I don't have any time frames. Hopefully, no more than a month away, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, the UI is going to be incredible. So look forward to that, and it'll set us apart. I mean, again, we're no longer a fork. We're a project on our own now, and the UI will back that up because we're not going to look like any other project out there. So really, really exciting stuff. All right, any other questions? Feel free to jump on.
I don't have a question, but I do have something I'd like to offer everybody.
For sure, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, it says here, this is a project, it says Sierra Ed there. It's Sierra and Ed. I'm doing this project with my daughter. It's something we started together. But a couple weeks ago, we won the lottery, 255 LP, and I hear a lot of conversation about whales, and we only had 7 tickets. So I'd like everybody to hear that we had 7 tickets and we managed to win the lottery. So not like we had a whole lot of tickets.
For sure. Yeah, congrats, brother. That's amazing. That's the kind of, again, that's the opportunity that we're so excited to be able to offer. So yeah, brother. And so were you guys compounding majority?
Oh,
I mean, that's for
Dude,
sure.
We haven't on time. We've been in since day one Detonator, and we have yet to take anything out.
For sure. Well, you're playing the game, man. That's what it's all about. Again, not financial advice. And everybody is, able to do however they see fit. But in the beginning, again, you want to really prioritize compounding to build your position, keep your burst rate, as high as you can. And then, another few months when we have 100 million TVL, and Detonator is, over 10 million. I mean, then it really, all of us that have been good actors are able to, be rewarded without hurting the ecosystem. So yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for your input, Sierra Ed. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Go ahead, Bull.
One thing to mention. So with the price of ETH being down, we have to recognize that the LP is cheaper. So you want to be, and this is Couch Money strategy. So this isn't my strategy. This is his original thought, and it's spot on. the LP is cheaper right now, so everybody should be compounding right now, or creating more LP if you can bring in fresh capital, because it's 15% cheaper.
For sure. And that's again playing the peg wave of what you say, Bull. It plays into that. Play the market wave as well. I mean, when ETH is down, and again, we've weathered the storm incredibly well. I mean, the overall market's been slaughtered, and EMP has been a rock. So that's a testament to the community. And yeah, I mean, when ETH is down, LPs are cheaper. You accumulate at the bottom, and then have more at the top. And again, I mean, the top could be $10,000 ETH. And when we finally hit the next bull run, we could see insane numbers. So, and that's again everything we did was very calculated. So, Bitcoin is amazing. It's the grandfather. But the chances of Bitcoin doubling are a lot less than ETH doubling, and ETH has the liquidity as the number 2 altcoin to again keep that sustainability and stability of the ecosystem. So all right, awesome guys. Well, yeah, then I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't know, I have time for like 2 more. Anybody else? Somebody on YouTube said sneak peek of the UI, please. So yeah, guys, I'll do that. I'll give you a little sneak peek, but not today. So make sure you're tuning in to the AMAs, and I'll surprise you all as we get closer with some sneak peeks. I'll tease the UI, but just know that it's epic. So.
And great job for everybody, doing your part to ride this peg wave out. The community's been doing awesome, super positive experiences for everybody, and really positive vibes in the chat. So great job to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, Bull. I echo that big time. Again, we have one of the most incredible communities in all of DeFi, if not crypto, if not anywhere. I mean, I've been making friends with all of you, and it's been a really awesome experience. So, and we're just getting started. I mean, we started January 18th. So again, I mean, in a few more days, we're only 4 months old. So we're really having some incredible success, and this is only the beginning. And all of that is due to the community, and again, having the stability of keeping peg and being well educated and not dumping on each other's heads, and taking profit responsibly. So, all right, guys. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up then. We'll do it all tomorrow, same time, same place. And again, congrats to the large snipers today. Hopefully nobody else missed out, and the new again the lottery winners as well. So, all right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good day. See you.